Hi Gemini, this is Nyanja from Tuesday Chains for Real, and I'm here to do your summer solstice reading. So summer solstice consists of Cancer season, Leo season, and also Virgo season. But first I want to say thank you to all the people who like, shared, and subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much. So let's get started. So Cancer season it happens from June 20th to July 21st, I believe. So your overall message for this period is gift and time. So there's an abundance of time that you have, but I think you need to be in the space to recognize that. Maybe you're trying to rush things, you're trying to make things move forward really quickly, but you need to understand that each moment that you have to understand your life in terms of gratitude, that each moment you're planting a seed here. You're planting a seed, you're planting new beginnings, and that takes, in order for you to that form of gratitude, of slowing things down, is going to allow you to have the time to, let me backtrack. What I'm trying to say is, you're being asked to understand that time is a gift. That in order for you to honor that, you have to slow things down and know that every moment, every action, every thought of gratitude is a seed that you're planting, and that seed that you're planting needs time to grow. So if you're just planting things and then moving forward, not really, taking the time to slow down, not really kind of taking the time to fertilize, to nurture yourself, your relationships, your job opportunities, whatever, things are going to ultimately become very imbalanced, because your tarot cards here are the Page of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Six of Wands in reverse. So with the Page of Pentacles, there's definitely an offer of stability that's happening. This offer that is moving towards the future, that will move you towards the future. But with the Emperor and the Six of Wands, there's this instability, especially around your sense of self-worth and confidence. Maybe that's what you need to slow down. Is rushing things and rushing through things doesn't actually allow you to establish a foundation of self-worth. Taking that time to slow down, to plant the seeds of stability, is going to allow you to move forward. Because I think you're trying to rush through things. You're trying to rush through things because you want to have the end result here. But the end result is just going to be unhappiness, is going to be instability, a lack of balance of give and take in terms of connection with your passions. It's really asking you here with your advice card, with the Ten of Wands here in reverse, to kind of release. Maybe you're trying to rush to get things done, but what you feel like if you get these things done, you'll feel better about yourself, but you're not going to feel better about yourself because you don't feel good at all, because you're taking on so much. So with the Ten of Wands here in reverse, it's really asking you to release those things, release those weights, allow yourself to feel the passion, allow yourself to feel the grief, allow yourself to feel every single emotion that you're being offered, so you're able to understand that those are the seeds of the future. Those are not things that you should be overlooking. Those moments are what's going to allow you to get to a place, because that is it's like maybe you're experiencing some sort of hardship, some more comfortable things, you kind of just want to rush through it, you just want to get through the end of it. But in order to actually move through it, and in order for you to actually release it, you're going to have to move through it in the first place. So don't rush your thought process or your feelings. Understanding this time period, even though if it feels difficult, it is a gift. So for Leo season, which is from July 23rd to August 22nd, you have air and release. So there's this sort of communication that needs to happen. There needs to be, and maybe you've been gathering all these thoughts. It's like I said here with the Ten of Wands. You've been gathering all these thoughts, all these emotions. You're at the end of a cycle here, but you're just, things are kind of just festering in your mind, and you need to release them. You need to release them because it's making you kind of feel disconnected. It's making you feel a little bit all over the place. Because with your advice, so your tarot cards here, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then the Empress. And that's a beautiful card here with the Empress here. But in order to get that energy, you're going to have to be in a space where you're walking away from situations that are emotionally draining from you. And with the Nine of Cups in reverse present, it's really talking about a stagnant energy, a stagnant emotional energy. These both cards are both talking about stagnant emotional energy. I mean, you need to kind of process these emotions, these patterns and habits of engaging with things and holding on to things that do not emotionally serve you, that are actually draining you and that are preventing you from looking forward. You know, it's looking at those patterns and habits, knowing that, understanding that's what's slowing you down, like what you thought was slowing you down is not actually what you thought was slowing you down during Cancer season is actually not slowing down. And I think you're getting that clarity here during in the middle of Leo season. And from that clarity, you'll get to this sense of abundance here with the Empress. You get this sense of, oh, this is what I need to invest in. Oh, this is what it feels like to actually nurture things that I really want and care about, and just to slow down. Because the Empress is very much a person who's gathering these resources, you know, nurturing these resources. And your advice card here is the Two of Cups in reverse. And it's a very interesting advice card. But I think what it's referring to is just finding that sense of balance in connections. And severing connections that do not work for you. Ending friendships, partnerships, job opportunities, jobs that do not feel good to you. Community events, or I don't know why I said that, but anything that's not serving you, releasing those things. You know, it's a continual process of releasing. So you're able to get to a point where you feel balanced again. But right now there's an imbalance. But in order to get to this Empress energy, you're just going to have to do a lot of releasing. A lot of releasing here. So for, what is it? Oh, Virgo season, which is from August 23rd to, July 22nd, or June 20th, August 23rd to September 22nd, you have cycle and growth. And that is self-explanatory. You have this new cycle where you're building upon. From now that the debris is cleared away, you're able to move forward. You know, you're starting a new cycle of growth. Because the cards that you have during this time period are the Star card, the Judgment in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. And these two cards, it's having hope again, and having a hope will allow you to understand what you need to invest in. And I think the only challenging energy is the Judgment in reverse. So there's a decision that needs to be made. And a lot of that decision has to do with looking at your past actions, your past choices, your past connections, so you know what to invest in. You know that it's going to take time. You know that the friendships that are sustainable, that the relationships that are sustainable, the job, the passions that are sustainable need investing in, you know. And with the Judgment, like I said, it is this sort of this last call. So you're releasing all the things, you're making the decision to release all the things that do not serve you, like I said here with the Two of Cups, breaking these unions, and not even just breaking it in this sort of superficial sense, but breaking that cycle of connecting to those people. Just really looking at what you need to do to break that cycle of rushing through things, of not investing in things, not nurturing relationships, friendships. You know, maybe perhaps this is how people are engaging with you or how you're engaging with people. Either way, there's this idea of needing to invest, and what that requires is having this sense of hope. Because your advice card is the Queen of Cups, which is going back to that sense of hope. It's good going back to this sense of tenderness, this easygoingness, this emotionally, like connecting to your emotions. You know, sometimes with Gemini, y'all are a little bit, can be a little bit back and forth. So I think there's a sense of balance that comes from this, a sense of balance that allows you to feel a little bit more capable and ready to receive the abundance that you're desiring. So, and you're manifesting and creating and investing in. So yeah, so that's your reading. If you like a personal reading from me, email me at truthexchangetarot@gmail.com. I have full moon and new moon readings that I do every month on my Instagram at truthexchangetarot, and on my website truthexchange.tumblr.com. Check it out, and thanks for watching. Awesome.